Call to order the Planning Commission meeting for Thursday, December 8th. Call to order, roll call.
Joe Chappell,
Here.
Abe Gassenpour, absent. Brent Linford,
Yep.
Don McBride,
Here.
and Aaron Rooney, absent, but we do have a quorum.
And at this point in time, we ask for any public comments that are not in relationship to the agenda items that we have. Any other business? All right, then approval of previous minutes from the October 13th, 2022 regular meeting.
Yeah, no, we'll just table those because there's only a
Okay.
couple of you here, so we'll wait till the next meeting.
All righty. Item number 4 is PC application number 22-014, discussion and possible action on a request to rezone properties located at 1911 East Oklahoma Avenue, Oak Park Addition, Block 1, Lots 8 through 20, and 21 through 23, and Block 2, Lots 1 through 11, and 32 through 42. From R5, which is a planned unit development district, and C1, neighborhood shopping districts, to C2, general commercial district. Staff report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the property that's over on East Oklahoma. There's an existing business on the far eastern part, the Benton Auto Service. Benton owns all of those lots and acreage, and so they were looking at tearing down some of the old buildings on the eastern part there and re-subdividing the properties and making them into buildable lots. When they contacted me, I had looked at the zoning, and the zoning was C1, which is more of a limited commercial, and also R5, which was our old planned unit development that we don't even have anymore. So at the time, I said to basically make things easier and not have any issues down the road, we should look at rezoning it all to C2. And so that's, they went ahead and put in the application. It is fitting with the comprehensive plan, and it's also fitting with all of the properties around there. Everything to the north and east are already C2. The next door to the west is the car wash. Geez, couldn't even think of it. Car wash in that, which is actually zone C1, which is fine, but like I said, it just made it easier. So with that, staff didn't have any issue and would recommend the rezone request from R5 and C1 to C2 be approved. And the applicants are here if you have any questions.
All righty, do we have any, anything else? Would you like to speak?
I don't have to, I'm just gonna be, in case you had a question, I'm here.
Do we have any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Thanks for being here, though.
Our engineer.
All right. Okay, do I have a motion if we don't have any discussion?
I make a motion, we do the zoning change.
I'll second.
Second, all right. Motion and a second to approve as submitted. Brent Lanford,
Yes.
Don McBride,
Yes.
Joe Chappell.
Yes.
All right, passes 3-0.
That was easy.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
Item
you.
number 5 is PC application number 22-015, discussion and possible action on a request to rezone properties located at 1911 East Oklahoma Avenue. Oh, I'm reading the same one, sorry. PC application number 22-015, discussion on possible action on a request for a planned unit development, PUD, at 424 South First Street, Guthrie proper, Block 72, north half of Lot 14, Lot 15, west half of Lot 13, and the west half of the south half of Lot 14, within the C2 General Commercial Zoning District to allow for a 3-unit residential development. The PUD includes requests for exemptions to minimum lot size and number of units. Staff report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This one's kind of similar to last meeting where going through the PUD process, planned unit development process, mainly because our code just doesn't, if you want to say, recognize these type of developments that we have that are coming along that are more typical in 2022 versus 1985. But per our current code, you can have residential in a C2 zoning district. However, the caveat with that is that it has to meet all the requirements as if it were zone C or R2. In the R2, it requires a minimum of 8,000 square feet for one unit and an additional 2,000 square foot for each additional unit. So if in this case, in order to do it outright by code, they would need 10,000 square foot lot. They only have a 7,800 square foot lot. The one thing, again, that they're looking to do is basically 3 small cottages in that would be in line with the overlay district design standards in that to make it compatible with the area. And actually, lot coverage-wise, they don't exceed the lot coverage. It goes back to, again, the stipulations to the number of units given the lot size. In that. So from the comprehensive plan standpoint, you know, there isn't any issues. Again, compatibility with the area, they will have the architectural design met by the Guthrie Proper Overlay District. I have talked to the applicant because I had indicated that a couple of them would probably need to be adjusted accordingly to meet the overlay district standards, and the applicant has no issue with that. So that shouldn't be a problem down the road. So with that, just like I had before, you know, these type of developments I think are very important, especially in and around the downtown area. It provides some housing diversity and housing options that also can be a lot more affordable than some others. And so it helps to, again, have that growth in the downtown area, but more in an incremental way that's compatible with the existing development. So with that, staff recommends that the Planning Commission approve the planned unit development for the 3-unit residential development that would provide exceptions to the minimum lot size, only needing the 7,785 square feet, and the number of units, which is 3. 2 would be the requirement that the development of the property must comply with the requirements of the Guthrie Proper Overlay District. And then finally, because it's a PUD, if it is approved and they want to make any changes, it would have to go back through the amendment process. So with that, I give it back to the Planning Commission. If you have any questions, I'm not sure if there's audience here for this. The applicants are here, so if you have any questions of them, they can answer them.
All right. Let's listen to the applicant. Does anyone have any questions for the applicant?
No, I don't have a question. You can come up and talk, though.
Sure. Hi, I'm James Long. I'm representing Curtis Danford and Jenna Danford in this project. So I don't know if you're familiar with the LARC that's going on in downtown Edmond, right by the railroad tracks. This is a similar project. They've taken a piece of property and are building smaller homes closer together. And what we're trying to do is to ensure that people have something that is small, that's affordable, people that look to be downsizing but still want to be close within a walkable district to the downtown, whether it be the post office, the bank, or Mineral Wells Park. We just feel that it would be a good addition to the downtown district, and being able to add some smaller cottage-style homes. All 3 of these designs are all 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom designs, and they all each have an off-street parking space available as well, so it's not adding additional congestion on the street side. So 2 of them would face Perkins, and 1 would actually face South First Street.
First Street.
Okay. Sounds
I
good.
think it'd be a plus.
Yeah, it'd be really nice.
I got nothing. Is there anyone else that would like to address it?
I think it's a good project that you have, but one question that I do have is, they are aware that that's in the flood area? Are we supposed to?
Yeah, not entirely. The very southwest corner, the tip of that is in the floodplain. So the building would be outside of that. But the rest of the property itself is not. Only, like I said, that very southwest corner at Perkins and First Street is in the flood zone.
Well, I think it would beautify the neighborhood, and it would attract more people to Guthrie.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a nice project, I just didn't know about the other part.
Yeah.
Do you have any more applicants that want to do the same thing?
I'm hoping. They're the first. I've actually got interest with some others in that, so I'm hoping also that we get the updated zoning code maybe in early next year, because actually this type of development would be allowed by right and wouldn't have to necessarily go through the zoning process. Yeah. So yeah, hoping to get more of this.
Okay, so that would increase budget?
Well, I don't know if it'd increase our budget, but it'll definitely, you know, as even James indicated, it would allow for more people to find housing. It would diversify the housing options out there, which also helps with the affordability. But in areas like this, it gives it to where you're not necessarily even car dependent. You can still walk, you know, to different services, entertainment, parks, and all of that. So it kind of fits all of that, you know, good area of livability that, you know, hopefully we can get more of. And I think developments like this will start to bring more people to the community in that. And the same thing, we can do it in a way in which we still keep the character of the area, so they'll fit in, look nice, in that. So it as a planner, it hits all the check marks for me. Yeah.
And I'll just mention for anyone that's listening that I have a friend that lives in a neighborhood in Oklahoma City, which is just north of McGinnis High School. It's a neighborhood called Meadowbrook Acres. And they have several units like this. They've bought existing homes and torn them down and put in 4 units, and these things are selling for, I mean, these are, you know, 2 and 3 stories tall, and nothing like what we're suggesting here, but this kind of development is becoming more and more popular.
Yeah, and I don't want to get off in the weeds, as they say, but that type of development is how Guthrie was developed in the early days.
Yep.
And
Well,
we
and
still,
so many of the houses
Yeah.
on First Street wouldn't even, they're gonna be closer together than, there's a lot
Yeah.
of them that are, the roofs go over each
Yeah.
other on First
yeah,
Street.
and a
so-
lot of the homes that still exist have 2 to 4 units in them, but they look like a big single family. So it works, you know, together with that character. And yeah, like you had indicated, that desire is coming back.
Anyone else? Yes.
Thank you. My name is Sam Sarmiento. I own and reside at 417 South First Street, just directly across. I think this is a fantastic idea and opportunity. When my family and I relocated to Guthrie, it was mainly due in part to we saw so much potential in these open lots where a very affordable 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom can be built. It seems like a great use of that opportunity. And I walked here today and just, as he said, it's in the perfect zone. You can walk to a park and you can walk to city council, and I think that's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really great what's been happening on First and Second Street too. Because I can remember when I was, you know, in junior high and high school, and so many of the houses there needed attention, and it's like the whole street has been restored. It's really looking good. So anyway, so do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the zoning change.
I'll second that.
All right. Brent Linford,
Yep.
Don McBride,
Yes.
Joe Chappell.
Yes.
All right, 3-0.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. But I should have said that after I had any staff comments?
None, thank you.
All right, any commissioner comment?
No.
Just want to thank everybody for coming, being involved in your community. It's nice to have an audience. Okay, we are adjourned.
Thank you.